everyone! Today we're going to make Yakgwa, which is a traditional Korean dessert. Its sweet cinnamon ginger flavor tastes just like gingerbread cookies, but fried and dipped in a sweet syrup, which gives it a chewy texture. It's a yummy snack for tea time or a snack for any time. Let's get started! First, we need to make the syrup. In a pot, add 80 grams of water, 500 grams of corn syrup, and 40 grams of ginger. And move to the stove. On high heat, bring to a boil while stirring occasionally. When it starts boiling, lower the heat and simmer until the syrup thickens and makes a ribbon when you drip it. Then cool it down. Next, we will make the dough. In a bowl, add 50 grams of neutral oil, or sesame oil is okay too. Then 250 grams of AP flour, 3 grams of salt, and 2 grams of cinnamon powder. Roughly mix it, then sift it through a strainer to break up the big clumps. After sifting, add 50 grams of sugar, 30 grams of corn syrup, and 60 grams of water. Mix it until all the ingredients come together. No need to knead them. When all the ingredients come together to form a dough, cover it with plastic wrap and shape it into a square now, so it will be easier to roll out later. Now rest it in the fridge for 1 hour. After an hour, pull the dough out and roll it with the rolling pin or champagne bottle. I don't have a fancy Yakgwa mold or even a cookie cutter, so I just cut it into squares. If you have a mold or cookie cutter, you can use it. I forgot to poke them, but if you poke them with a fork, they will keep their shape better. You can shake the leftover dough and trimmings and use it again to make more Yakgwa. Back to the stove. In a pot, heat the oil to 130 degrees Celsius or 266 Fahrenheit and prepare some paper towels to remove extra oil after frying. While the oil heats up, pour the syrup in a container or bowl big enough to store the Yakgwa and chill it in the fridge. When the oil reaches temperature, put the dough in and fry them for 10 minutes. Where it touches, the bottom turns brown faster, so carefully flip them occasionally. After 10 minutes, turn the heat up to high heat and fry them until it gets brown color. Pull them out and remove some extra oil on the paper towel. While it's still hot, bring the cold syrup out and dunk them into the syrup. If you forget to poke the dough before frying, the side might crack like mine here. It might not look as pretty, but it's still yummy. Let it soak for 12 to 24 hours. It's the best if the Yakgwa is completely covered in syrup, but if not, make sure to flip them a couple times. After 12 to 24 hours of waiting, we will pull them out of the syrup. What? A couple Yakgwa are missing? Of course I had to taste test. Waha! Stand the Yakgwa on a rack for 30 minutes to remove extra syrup. Meanwhile, you can strain and save the syrup in the fridge for next time. After 30 minutes, lay them down and dry them for 6 hours. After 6 hours, it's finally done. It's better if you wait 2 to 3 more days. But I'm never able to wait more than this. Waha! If you wait the extra days, it becomes chewier. But even without waiting, it's still yummy. You can store them at room temperature if you can eat it in a couple days. If not, you can store it in the fridge. Now I'll go make some tea for my Yakgwa and try not to eat them all in one sitting. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned to see what will we cook next.